up, though? Welcome to Woman Crush Every Day, where we discuss queer media, especially when it's black and especially when it's woman. I'm your host, Allison, aka Al Woo.
And I'm your host, Tang B, aka Sean B. Scribe.
And today we're going to be talking about Harlem Season 2, Episode 6. But before we get into that,
make sure you subscribe.
Yerp.
And to celebrate Black History Month, we are supporting Copper House.
Yeah.
It's a cannabis-friendly bed and breakfast and event space. It is owned by 2 Black queer women. Mm-hmm. So it fits.
Yeah.
So happy Black History Month. Use our discount code to get 10% off WCE. And let's talk about Harlem.
Let's get into it. All right. So what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was, I was so proud when Quinn actually sent a text to the friend group saying, like, I've been lying, I'm actually hurting, I really need y'all. And they came through, and she was honest about what had been going on, and they were like there with like listening ears and like ready to be on whatever she needed. Angie's ready to like be angry with her. Ty is like, what, we need solutions, let's go. Let's like go vacation. It was a beautiful moment. I'm totally here for it.
That's where I feel like my favorite part was kind of wrapped up in that. It was when Angie and Ty got to the house and they were all just talking and hashing things out. She revealed all of her truths in that moment.
Yeah.
And they got to the girls trip idea and I'm like, yay, girls time. Yes. So that was my favorite moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every show I feel like has to do a girls trip. Like, that has to be a thing. So, I'm excited for whatever montage we'll get from this one. I feel like the outfits are going to be lovely. So,
definitely.
I'm here.
Where did they say they were going to go?
Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So it's going to be nice. I love it. It's going to be cute. Yep.
Okay. All right, dope. Who's your woman crush for this episode?
Man, actually, I'm reading my notes and I can't believe I wrote this down. Ty is actually my woman crush this episode.
Ding, ding, ding.
She was communicating. She was vulnerable. She said what she needed to say. She actually took a moment to listen. And I feel like she's really starting to realize, like, why she needs relationships. Not just romantic, but just, like, people she can be close with. And I like how she's, like, allowing herself to be close with Quinn, to be a friend, allowing herself to actually get the communication that needed to be had to kind of heal from whatever happened between her and her ex-husband and like move forward.
Yeah.
She got her money back because she was willing to at least be in his presence and see what the fuck is going on. She got her little egg freezing routine going. So yeah, I'm proud of Ty. You're my woman crush this week.
Yeah, totally. I just feel like I want to give Ty her flowers. This was an evolved version. I feel like throughout the season, you know, the Ty that we've gotten from season 1 to the last episode, it's kind of like cringe. And this was an opportunity to be like, you know what? I see you, Ty. Thanks for stepping up for your friends.
Yes.
And I love that. So, yeah, Ty was my woman crush too. Here, pass the crown, put the crown, place it. Ty, I'm happy to bestow this honor.
It's like a big group hug for Ty.
Yeah. All that.
Oh, Truffle, of course you want to be in the group hug. All right, what can stay, what can go?
What can stay? You know, it's unfortunate that Quinn is depressed.
Yeah. In
this episode, but I feel like the depression that led her to that clap back, snap off on the Karen at her boutique. I was totally here for that.
Yeah.
I was totally here for her drawing the line and saying, ma'am, you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Actually, she didn't really even kick her out. She got herself the fuck out. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? That could totally stay for me. Shout out her in that moment. What can go for this, the weird white people shit? You know what I'm saying? The stuff we saw, they sprinkled a lot of that in this episode.
Yeah.
When Angie was on the Hallmark set.
Yeah. And
the stylist couldn't do her hair at all and was just like, you handle that. It's just like, ugh. And
what are you talking about?
This story is like canon in
Yeah.
Hollywood. You know what I mean?
that
So
part.
many black actors, and not even just Hollywood. Like, this is happening in
Theater,
your state. This is
yes.
happening in your city. This is happening at your local university. Like,
Yeah.
this is happening all over at your high schools. You know what I mean? White people who don't know anything about black beauty, but then they're in charge
Yeah.
of beauty.
Even on the black shows.
Cringe, you know, and making or, you know, tasking black women with the labor of doing that for themselves is just disgusting. So, and also not even reading the room. So, like, the other lady, Quinn's situation, like, yeah, it's the self-centered, the like lack of sight about the world and anything is just icky. So yeah, that stuff can go. Nobody
Goodbye.
needs that. That's all I got.
Okay.
I feel like I just went off,
No, that's fine.
but it got me hot a little bit.
Okay.
You know, seeing those moments.
Well, what can go for me is Camille waking up not knowing what the hell happened and why she's in Jackson's bed. Like
Jameson, I love
Jameson's
how you...
bed.
Jackson, whatever. What is it? Jason,
that man thing.
Gerard, Gerald.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah,
I want
what was
them
that
to
about?
Don't make that a cliffhanger. That's creepy.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
What can stay? Quinn getting real. Love it. Ty getting past some of this anger. And Camille finding a new way to understand her mother. I appreciate the family moments that they put in here because I don't want to say shows leave that out, but that's so much a part of who we are, who we become, or the stories about ourselves that we believe or disbelieve or whatever. And so I appreciate all the moments of really dealing with family, no matter if it's like, you know, chosen family, the family that you continue to talk to, the family you're trying to get back in with, whatever. So that was cute. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Word.
All right. Where is this in the queer canon for you?
I just feel like this show, and I mentioned this before, really, really appreciating the visibility of and centering of black identity, queer identity, and just being proud.
Yeah.
Being proud of that. I think this episode just settles kind of in that, where it wasn't so much about like pride and all, you know, whereas last episode and wow, Truffle is on one. Like Truffle is was it this? Was it when I did that? Like it was the hands. Truffle, get down.
Get down.
Get down. Oh my gosh, you are crazy.
Lay down.
He's crazy.
Lay down.
Y'all pray for us. Yeah, the representation, I feel like this is an era. I love being in it. And I love that Harlem is showing, these bigger pictures, like calling out the Karens.
Yes.
And just being real.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, where does this fit in queer canon?
Oh, man. Okay. All right. For me, it's like, okay, at first I was really uncomfortable. I think kind of like you said with Quinn and this depression, because I was just like, why do people like discover they're queer and then go into this depression? But then I was like, there is something that doesn't have to be the trajectory. Like many people figure out they're queer and then things actually all start making sense.
Yeah.
So there's that path. But then just to be real, like, when you have had a certain expectation and things are not working out the way that you expected them to, they're not like fitting this like romantic view or this like perfection that you had in mind, and that keeps happening over and over and over, it just like can change your narrative. So I appreciate them showing slowly over these past few episodes how that's really manifested in Quinn. Like it started off as just like, oh, she's sad, like she thinks she just got broken up with, sad, to, oh no, she's sad about like all her previous relationships, sad, like, oh no, she's sad about like not just her romantic relationships but like all of these relationships. Oh, she doesn't really trust so many of her friends, like she's not ready to be vulnerable with them, like seeing the depths of her kind of psyche around it, I appreciate. And I think definitely Blur belongs in the queer canon.
That's real. Yeah. Okay.
So, thank y'all.
Yeah, definitely. Super excited to get into the next episode of this season.
We're going to Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
I mean, they are.
I love it. You know, we'll vicariously going to Puerto Rico as well. So this should be dope.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.